Okay, so what was the treat?
What'd you say?
What was the treat
What do you mean?
at the Hansons?
That Miss Annie brought in?
Yes.
This week she brought in these cold, I don't even know, I think they're like no-bake cookies or something like that.
Oh, really?
That she brought in? They're pretty good.
So pretty good.
Yeah,
Just pretty good.
yeah. I mean, she brings in a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not my favorite one, but it's pretty good.
So is this a regular? Like, is this every week?
Yeah,
Multiple times a
surprisingly,
week?
yeah. She brings. It's been something different every week too, which is kind of crazy. She brought some. She called it like Christmas crack. That's amazing. There's some good stuff.
What is that?
I don't know what it is. It's just really
You
good.
need to find out. Though.
Yeah.
So heading into this week, huge win last week. What are some of the challenges you guys are going to face as an offensive line against the Notre Dame defense?
It just goes back to the same things that we've been working on. It's just communication and all working as a unit and being on the same page. And I think that's something that all of us can get better at and really improve on.
You've played in Notre Dame before, right?
No, this will be my first time going there, actually,
Okay.
yeah.
What have people told you to kind of prepare you for the environment? It can get pretty hostile.
Yeah. All that's really been said is that it's pretty loud. We've got a lot of young guys on the O-line, so not many people have really been there before, so yeah.
So how do you kind of practice communication and preparing for a loud
Yeah,
environment?
yeah.
I mean, there's like crowd noise, of course, but anything extra that you guys
We just get on each other when we're not being loud enough. Like, you might have said something and I might have heard it, but like I'm just gonna emphasize like you got to be louder so I can hear you like very clearly. You know what I mean?
How was John Ray at center?
He did a really good job. He did a good job of getting to the ball and just making he saw everything and made a call and then if it needed to change, he could change it fast and everybody was on the same page the whole day. So I think he did a really good job and brought energy as well. So that was another key thing that he did.
I'm sure him and Killian, like they both have their strengths and it's hard to compare them, but does John Ray do something that's unique to him or a little bit different?
He's a strong dude. They do a lot of the same things. They're both very good players, and I think they're both getting really good with the playbook. And John Ray's learned a lot from Killian, but he's got some power to him. So that's one thing that we noticed in the weight room, just squatting a lot of weight. Yeah.
How has it been moving around in the offensive line? Being on the left side.
Yeah. It definitely comes with some struggles, but I think it's good for me to be able to play a lot of different positions, and I think coach has been doing a good job of getting me ready to play each different position.
Of course, King had a big game. What was kind of the practice leading up to the game? How was he in practice?
He's always doing a good job. We've got a good group of running backs that they're all pushing each other and all getting on each other about being better and being the best that they can. So they're always fighting for time and doing a good job of pushing each other to be better players.
Everyone talks about kind of how he had a really good spring, really good fall. But what was kind of your guys' perspective as an offensive line, seeing him run and blocking for him?
Yeah, we thought the same thing. I mean, we think that all our running backs have been doing a great job. A lot of them had a great spring, and I think that he was one of the guys that stood out, and he's been working really hard, and that's really shown, and it obviously stood out on this weekend. So, really proud of him.
Is there a difference between regular strength or weight room strength and football strength?
I would say yes, but usually it translates. If you're strong in the weight room, you usually see it on the field. But there's some guys that just have it on the football field, and it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. So John Ray, have you seen any moments with him where it kind of blew you away a little bit on the field?
Yeah, of course, yeah. He's had some good blocks where he's driving people off the line and it makes a play. Some might not have had the best pickup, but as an O-line, we moved and he hit it and the ball bounced and cut off him or something like that.
It's supposed to be a rainy game. Does it kind of change for offensive line? When it comes to blocking.
Yeah, it's funny because we thought we were gonna get a little rain during practice today, but we didn't. But no, it doesn't really change much of that we do. But I mean, might be a little slippery. Might not wear gloves or something like that. But we'll see.
Seems like this line is pretty solidified, but how much do you feel the need to keep your spots and compete on a daily basis to keep that spot?
Yeah, you're always competing with yourself and then also with the guys next to you because I mean we've got a lot of good players that are pushing each other and really pushing each other in different positions, guys that are bouncing around and stuff like that. So it's always competing with yourself to get better just based on what you're not doing good at the moment, and then seeing what one guy might do really well that you want to implement into your game and improving off of that as well.
There's a lot of talk about last week or the last 2 weeks being some of the best practices Lincoln Riley has seen since he's been here at USC. How's this week gotten off to a start?
I think it started well. I think all of those practices that went well started with energy, and I think that bringing energy gets everybody as a group riled up, and I think that leads to coming off the ball well and communicating well and really doing well as a team. So I think energy leads into that, and I think we've been doing a good job of that.